that's the same thing the Oba is doing. He's calling us to order to say, you don't do this. It's my culture. We have preserved it for years. Don't ruin it for us. Some people see me and ask me, are you sure you're not a ritualist? You wear red too much. If you come to my studio now, my AC man asked me, just the last time he came, bros, no verse, I won't ask you. You be Hare Krishna. I laughed because I painted my whole studio red. I'm like, no, I know be Hare Krishna, no verse. I be Catholic, saying na cover face, talk true. I would have found something like that beautiful because I mean a white woman is ascending the throne and she's it's beautiful. It means that our culture is spreading.
But yeah, our guest for today is someone who is redefining the Benin culture. Basically, that's what I think. And he's somebody I respect so much because, man, you guys need to see his designs. A fashion designer and someone who is actually leading in the game of modernizing culture and tradition, basically. So welcome, Peter Oshobor.
Thank you very much.
You guys are supposed to clap.
Let's do that.
Thank you very much.
How
Thank
you
you for
feeling?
having me. I'm fine. I feel good.
You feel good.
Yes, I do.
You feel blessed.
Yes, I
It's
feel
not
blessed.
easy to be sitting on the hot potato.
I mean, it's not easy at all. The potato is hitting me. I can feel the hotness, so I know it's not easy, but this place is warm and cozy enough.
Okay. Hope you're not scared. You feel good.
I saw a very big list. So I don't know if I should be scared. But no, I'm not. I'm fine.
Well, anyways, I mean, you're obviously wearing one of your pieces today.
Yes.
And obviously this is nice.
Thank you
and
very
I mean,
much.
I've gone through some of your designs. And there are some that are very questionable. You see some and be like, okay, what was this person thinking? But I mean, when you first started, did you get any negative reaction? Like people be like, oh, you're doing too much. It's not even too Benin like that. You're just being that kind of reaction. You know, we live in Nigeria and sometimes it's some of the things that happen. But did you get any reaction like that? Or was it like something that everybody warmed up to immediately?
I think the question should have been, did you get any positive reaction? Because I don't think I got any positive reaction.
Really?
I was just mad and I was just carrying on with my madness.
Ooh.
My family wasn't in support.
Wow.
Not even my siblings. Just a few of my friends understood. They understood me. Even though they didn't necessarily understand what I was doing, but they just understood me. They understood that, okay, this person is creative and he knows what he's doing. So let's just trust his vision. And so I continued in that light.
Yeah.
Not only when they started seeing, it was when they started seeing prospects, then a few people started coming and, oh, okay, I think I see what he's doing. At that point, they still don't see it. They just see the prospect. Like, oh, I think I see what, I think they don't. If you ask them to explain, they don't understand more.
Yeah.
I just kept going, even till now. A lot of people still don't get it. There are some places I go to, I'm being honest. I went for a show last year in Lagos, a show by EcoBank, and I was scared.
Ooh.
I was scared to present my work because unlike the Lagos Fashion Week space and many other spaces where the people that are coming are very much exposed,
Yeah.
I'd never heard EcoBank do a show before. So it was my first time. The guests I was expecting were questionable.
Yeah.
In my head, can they embrace it? Would they understand it? So I was scared. I called my friends, like, I'm so scared. I was like, don't worry, it's you now. Do you know how to grasp it? It's you, don't worry. And the love I got,
Yeah.
even after the show, I was shocked. I think not until that time, that's when I started believing, okay, the ones that will get it will get it. So I just stuck to
So
it.
like
Always your audience.
going through your profile, I see like you like red a lot.
Oh, yes, I
Use
do.
red a lot. Is there like a significance or something like?
There is a very big significance.
What's the significance?
So when I started my brand in 2020, I called it Dawn, 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 like Dawn.
Okay.
Was it
And,
like an acronym?
No, it was a name I gave myself in school, so
Okay.
people called me Dawn.
Dawn.
So when I started my brand, I felt it was just reasonable to just go by the name Dawn. I had a logo, I had everything figured out. But then I got mentorship from a renowned fashion writer who spoke to me, and then he said I was trying so hard to be international, that I had the prospect of being good as an indigenous designer. Why was I trying to be so international? So he told me to figure out something very indigenous, something that the international markets would want to key into. So I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I think the best thing to do is to, settle for my son name, Oshobor. And now one of the reasons I wanted to do that was because I thought about it. My father has shown me so much love from the moment I started the brand as Dawn. I was in Lagos at the time. He would drive me to Benin to shoot my collection. He would drive me to Lagos, all around Lagos for anything I was doing.
Wow.
So I was like, and my father we had been bearing Oshobor for like generations to come. All his siblings had changed their surnames. My father always told us that he wanted us to continue. But me and my siblings said him, no, we'll stop bearing Oshobor from this our own family like this. So it felt like a reason to continue the name.
Yeah.
Because if Oshobor becomes successful today, we would all want to continue bearing the name.
Yeah.
So I told myself I was going to use Oshobor. Now, what connects me to Oshobor, what connects me to my father is the blood that runs in our vein.
Yeah.
And the color of the blood is red.
Red.
So what links me to my father? Red. The color of Edo State is basically red. And I'm proud to be an Edo boy. I'm proud to be an Isako man, birthed by my father, where I'm throwing the name everywhere, Oshobor, Oshobor. So why not red?
Okay.
And prior to that time, I didn't like red. I'm going to be honest. I did not like red. But because I settled into the story, I loved it. I liked it. I just started, if you see me in red now, my phone pouch is red. Everything is red. I have red everything.
Wait. Like every day is Valentine for you.
For me, yes. So every day is Valentine. Every day is Christmas too, because Christmas is red. So I just like red.
For you now, like,
yes, every day is Christmas. Every day is Valentine.
Oh, I'm feeling it. So honestly, I've been wanting to ask you this, but you just cleared this out of the whole thing now, man. Like honestly, looking at Oshobor, like, damn, I'm really loving this. But what actually came about the whole thing, like bringing it down to Edo State? Like, I don't know the whole marine thing, the connection and all that.
Okay, so I'm from Isako. My father is Isako, Agenebode to be precise.
Okay.
And my mom is Isa. And I schooled in Benin. So coming to Benin from Lagos to school, even though before now I knew that, Edo State is very, very broad.
Yeah.
My father's people call me Ojo because I'm a twin.
Oh.
My mother's people call me Odion.
Okay.
My father's people call my twin brother Omo. My mother's people call him Akiri.
Akiri.
I come to Benin, I hear they call him Owokan. I'm like,
That's like the twin name.
yes.
Okay, just like having Taiwan and Kenya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the different tribes have different names. I'm like, can you just pick a struggle? So I'm like, can you just pick a struggle? Which one is Ojo or Dion Woka? But it was quite confusing. So along the line, when I started my brand, I knew that it was something I needed to do. I needed to create awareness for Edo State. I needed to create awareness for a lot of things that people do not see, they do not get to see in Edo State. And the one way I like to tell my stories is through fashion. From the beginning, I'll tell stories about hope, tell stories about, different things through my collection. From the beginning of my brand, I told myself I was going to do an Edo collection, but I wasn't going to do it when I wasn't ready. From 2020, I knew I would do an Edo collection. But I said, when I'm ready, I would do it.
Yeah.
And then last year came, I told myself, this is the year I'm ready. I want to do it this year. And then January, I did the whole thought process. I put my thoughts together. And then February, I started. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 9 months.
Whoa.
We worked on the collection. Just because I wanted to drive home a message. Just because I wanted to, of course, Rema is putting Edo State on the map and many people. But I wanted to do it in fashion. I'd seen designers do Edo collection, but nobody heard about it. They do the typical Edo pieces that we see. But I had to put in my own effect. And I'm like, why not? And I told myself, my target for this collection, God see my heart. I told my people, my target is just to get the attention of the Crown Prince. That was all I wanted.
Oh.
I just wanted the Crown Prince to see this collection.
9 months.
And 9 months, the work wasn't in vain.
I swear, I
On the
love
day of
that,
the show,
Really?
on the day of the show, I had a lot of panic attack backstage because I'd rented coral beads, I'd done a lot of things, but they were rushing us backstage. There was a lot of rush and I was unsettled. Models came out with corsets, one upside down. And models came out with corsets, one upside down. Beads were incomplete, they weren't placed properly. The hair wasn't properly done. So I was panicking. I was like, Jesus, hey, Jesus, I've misbehaved, I've fumbled. And then I came out, I was seeing so much cheering and I'm like,
Wow.
my friends were like, you made us proud. Did I really make you proud? And then I started seeing pictures. People started talking about how the corset upside down was a good idea. I'm like, it was a mistake! It was a mistake!
Like it's something
Exactly, it was a mistake. Me feeling bad that the money I had spent to rent all these things I'd wasted. But all of these things made up for it.
Yeah.
I went home, I was seeing reviews here and there, everything was flying. My Instagram was literally hanging. And then the next night, or that same night, I saw that the Crown Prince followed me on Instagram. I was like,
Whoa.
I screamed. I screamed. I don't think anybody following me on Instagram had ever made me feel some type of way. I appreciate. But the crown prince following me, just because it was my target, it meant that the message was passed. People felt it. He felt it. He saw that this person is doing something. And then one fashion person, Katia Black, reviewed the collection, and the things that I never thought of, he explained it. Like, he went deep into it. So I realized that, this thing that I thought I just did like this, I was seeing this vision. Imagine how he broke it down. Now I imagine how it must resonate to a lot of other Edo people. Yeah. I mean, on the collection, there was Audio and Omo, Audio and Akeri on the collection, and many other things that if you pay attention, you see. So I'm glad that we're able to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in recent times, I think we're seeing many brands trying to like incorporate culture into their designs and all of that. But there are some you just see and you just like, okay, this is cringe, because there's a thin line between creativity and something being cringe.
Yes.
There was one I saw recently. It's like a suit. What's the beat doing there now?
Exactly.
I know you want to tell a story, but this story is not telling.
It's not telling.
But as a designer, how do you tell when something is truly creative or when it's just unnecessary paparazzi?
How do I tell when something is truly creative? When something is truly creative, you can tell because there's a story behind it. Yeah. There is depth. If you look at, without me saying a word, if you go to my page and you look at my work, I believe that you can see the depth in the way that I shoot my collection, the way that I shoot my pieces. Yeah. So from this last collection, I didn't shoot a lookbook. A lookbook is a picture where designers would shoot their models against plain backgrounds, mostly white, so you can sell the pieces. I didn't do that this year with this collection because my aim wasn't to get lookbook images. My aim was to tell these stories. And where's the best place to do it? In the bare streets of Benin, in Egba River, where we have the greeneries and nature and everything. So when you see these pieces, when you see them in that background, it speaks to you. But if I'm shooting it on a white background, you think I just did a photo shoot. And then there's no message. You might not even appreciate the garments. But you are going to my page, even if it's not something you can wear, you can appreciate it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Look at this. And then there's a message. So when there's no story, when there's no depth, you can tell.
Actually,
I think in recent times also, I think over the past 1 year, we've seen so much attention on the Benin culture, and that's basically because of Rema, Shali Poppy, and then the hit song Edame. I think
oh my God! God bless Hammer Boy for that song. Oh my God!
The first thing you see is Edame.
Oh my God, that song. So that was our last song when the designer was coming out at Lagos Fashion Week. Jesus is Lord, that song gave us chills. So after that time, I was second to the last designer to show, and then another designer was supposed to come after me. There was a 30 minutes blackout, and they were playing that song throughout. I literally got people in my DM. What's the name of that song? Can you tell me that song? Like, that song is so good. Oh my God.
But also, this song has exposed the Benin culture to lots of people. And you see people that don't even Benin, they want to be Benin, they want to associate with the culture. But somehow, I think we can see that it has somehow threatened the culture a bit by the disrespect that it was getting at some point. And you can't blame some people. It's just like there's no awareness. Some people don't know that it's forbidden and all of that. And recently the Oba had to like place a ban on it and like, okay guys, you guys need to cheer and all of that. But do you think it was necessary?
I honestly don't think we're in the best position to say what is necessary and what is not necessary. Although if I'm still supposed to like use the word, I would say that it was necessary. Because if I am a parent and my children are doing things out of ignorance, or their friends come to the house and then we have a pattern of which we operate in our family, and then their friends come to the house, they don't know our pattern, and then they start acting, in a different way. I wouldn't say because they are not my children, I would allow them. You're in my house. You have to cooperate. I will call you and school you. That's not how we do it here. We eat together as a family on the table. We pray together before we sleep. So that's the same thing Yoba is doing. He's calling us to order to say, you don't do this. It's my culture. We have preserved it for years. Don't ruin it for us. So he's doing it. Maybe the approach is not particularly the best. Maybe the way it's happening is not particularly, because at the end of the day, not everyone has seen it. Not everyone knows about it. Not everyone knows about it. But then again, I think it's a necessity that he does that, just so we don't lose the essence of our culture, so that when we hear and see it in public, we can, proudly say that is it.
I felt bad because I was like, me, I've not even done my wedding.
Do you get? Do you get? I'm like, I've not explored this collection. After this collection, I was going to, do another one, a spin-off of the Edo collection again, and continue.
But I was scared at first because I felt that was the only type of okuku they had or something.
No, yes.
I kept like, okay, they have other kinds of okuku, but let's agree that's like the finest sham.
Do you understand? If it's not Panadol, it cannot be like Panadol.
I've seen recently. Yeah, your pieces are very unique in terms of royalty. How deep in royalty are they? How deep are they? Like, in terms of deity, I see some photos and you do it in the river. Is there any connection there? Because
I am backed up by the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
By Jesus Christ. By Jesus Christ. In case you cannot see it, I'm wearing a rosary. I'm a Catholic. Please. So, please, we just need to put it out there.
I've seen a lot. Honestly, I was like, I was saying this Max, this idiot. I was like, okay.
It's not that deep.
I think that's the difference between you that like you're not a designer.
Yeah.
He sees the need for that.
Yes.
We're just looking at it, I'm like,
And that was what I was saying about the depths that you have to go to tell your story. We had to go all the way to Egba River to shoot the collection, and then we had to go as far as dipping ourselves in the water to get some frames that were deep. We had to do all of these things. But as we are going in with the blood of Jesus, protect us, be with us, bless us. We had to do all those things. I'm serious. I came back. So when I came out, my son was the one in the water. When he came back, I just said, oh yeah, God bless you. Hey, protect you. Anybody enter. But for the guy say, I want 3 ladies in the water. I say, God forbid, women will not enter the water. No, women are more sensitive. You can tell men to enter. At least the water will stop on their leg. No, but women, no. So we take necessary precaution when we have to. And then when it's something that we think we can do, we do, and we cover ourselves with the blood of Jesus, and He will protect us. Some people see me and ask me, are you sure you're not a ritualist? You wear red too much.
Exactly.
So if you come to my studio now, my AC man asked me, just the last time he came, bros, no verse, I won't ask you. You be Hare Krishna?
I always wanted to ask that question.
I laughed because I painted my whole studio red. I'm like, no, I know be Hare Krishna, no verse. I be Catholic, say na cover face, talk true. I say I'm serious. So that's how deep it goes. I've sunk so deep into it because I know that I think that for somebody, you say for you to be a great teacher, you need to learn to be a great student. So for me to put it out there, for you to see it, believe it, and want to be a part of it, you need to be able to wrap yourself in it. You can't come to my house and you are seeing everywhere looking so modern, and you want to believe that I'm a traditional man. No, it's not possible. So for you to be able to, get to that point, you have to be there.
Okay, back to Lagos Fashion Week. Lagos Fashion Week was very nice. Your collection was very nice. Do you see something like that happening in Benin?
Benin has potentials, a lot of potentials. When I came to Benin for the first time in 2015, 10 years now, amazing. Where Benin was is not where Benin is.
Yeah.
The persons that were at the forefront of showbiz in Benin that I know of are not the people there now. We have younger people with fresh minds. I mean, there's Edo Jobs and there's the Potato Podcast. So things are different from the way they used to be. They are bringing Lagos to Benin, as they always like to say, and we are seeing it. The shows like Celebrity Fashion Week that has happened, I think this is the 5th time. We see progress from the first year to the second year to the third year and now to this year that is coming. So we maybe not exactly like Lagos Fashion Week already, but they are working on that part. I mean, Lagos Fashion Week did not become Lagos Fashion Week in one day. I think last year was the 12th year. And if you go back to look at images from the first and second year, you will not believe. You will not believe. You would really see the first year's shows in this Benin. Like, this first year won't beat that their first year. But I think consistency and vision is what has kept Lagos Fashion Week alive to this point. So when people compare GT Bank Fashion Week with Arise and the rest of them, I always say, I think the difference is that Arise and GT Bank and many other shows, they are owned by corporate bodies. Lagos Fashion Week is owned by a single woman. And she does amazing. So you can tell that if she could do it in Lagos, as big and massive as Lagos is, where they say the competition is tough, and she faces that competition. I mean, it's Benin. There's a lot of cooperation, there's community, there's collaboration. then we can make it better. We can make it work. So yes, we're getting there.
Okay. So when it comes to preserving culture, basically, do you think it has to stay within a specific race, or I don't know? Because recently I came across a video on Edo Pride. I think it was Zaviano that shot the video. I was a video of the Olori of Edo North, kind of like ascending her highest rank, and she was like the third in history to actually get to that point. But people had it. The video was beautiful, basically, but people had a lot of things to say about the video, and it was basically because of the fact that she's white. You get, and they were like, oh, it would have looked better if it was a black woman. We're exposing our culture to the wrong people. They are coming to steal all of the. But do you think to preserve a culture, it has to stay within a specific race?
I honestly don't think it has to stay within a specific race, because the white people, if they are actually preserving their culture as well, there will be no Jackpot syndrome. But there are lots of people that want to Jackpot. Those people saying it, if they're in Nigeria, I'm sure they want to Jackpot as well. Are they preserving their culture? They are not. So if that's what will make us one, when I was in secondary school, or when I was doing secondary, I used to teach. So I thought, and there was this particular topic that stays with me is the stock, unity in cultural diversity. Yeah. So we are all diverse people, be it race, be it by culture, be it by whatever. So I would have found something like that beautiful, because I mean, a white woman is ascending the throne and she's it's beautiful. Yeah. It means that our culture is spreading. Yeah. It means that if she leaves Nigeria to go and visit her people, they begin to acknowledge and see that, oh, there's this thing in Benin, our family is now this. You know, it makes it spread. I saw a video on Instagram where a Brazilian, a Nigerian, I think she's in Brazil, said there's a section in Brazil that's for Yoruba people. They won't speak Yoruba. There's Yoruba dish. It's like Yoruba Brazil. And it was so good to see. Yeah. So things like that, I think that we need more of things like that. Imagine Igbo people in Benin, and they are bringing business to me. They are making Benin. You know, Benin people will learn from it. Yeah. So Benin people now will become better in business. If they go to Benin people go to Lagos, they do our gra for Lagos. Lagos will say, "Go no, then get gra." Do you understand? So I think that this mixture is very important. To me, I find it beautiful.
And social media is actually doing a good job for
yes,
exactly. So you're saying I see you with the old red thing. When I see you like walking on the road, I see a man with all red. I see like one big love walking past me. Like, do girls normally come meet you and be like, "Hey, hottie"?
I'm screaming. I'm screaming.
You know, I'm screaming. Like, hey, hottie. Yeah, you get it. Like, you're so good. Like, You got me. Like, come on. Come on, tell me. Spill it.
Jesus is Lord.
Spill it, you know?
Okay. So, yeah. No, you know, sometimes, truthfully, I think I only like dress up when I have an occasion. Yeah. Most times you see me on the road, I used to dress like I'm suffering now. My mother has complained, if I'm going to Lagos, she'll be, now this is come. How they travel again? But what I'm saying in essence is, I think even when I'm at my lowest, people still used to, I say, is my skin that soft that they think I'm fine? Because I don't know. But yes, people approach me on social media especially. But you know, sometimes it's very difficult to tell, because a friend of mine got on Lagos Fashion Week last year and he was talking to me about how overwhelming it is. The persons that you never felt would reach out to you before begin to reach out to you. The people that you never thought would talk to you now want to talk to you. Yeah. So when you have these messages from very beautiful people, you begin to question, is it not because, are you sure they don't want something from me? Yeah. Are you sure they just want to affiliate with me because I am Oshobor? Yeah. I mean, I was Oshobor before. I probably might have followed you 2 times for you didn't follow me. Then I'll follow you. But now you are seeing that you want to follow me back. So you now begin to question yourself. You don't know what is right or what is wrong anymore. Sometimes you doubt, am I sure this thing is real? Am I sure this? But
I feel like when that happens is when they see value in you.
Yes. Yes.
You can give them something, then they are open to it.
But at the end of the day, what if they go after they've sucked that value and then just leave you to dry?
I think we can't talk about culture without talking about the need to protect it, by the way. And I think awareness is something that I think is playing a role with culture being disrespected. Sorry to say, because if I'm not aware of something and then I go ahead and do it, and now tell me, it's forbidden. I think, how is it forbidden? Because right now we can see that there is a hold on the use of coral
Yeah.
beads basically in
Yes.
Benin. And trust me, I was not aware of this. I was shooting somewhere and somebody just mentioned it that from so day to you cannot wear beads. I was like, hey.
Yes, so
I'm just finding out like
Yeah,
is it really
I've heard of that
serious? You
too.
get
yes.
so when there's no awareness, I feel like there tends to be like a level of disrespect because like people are not really aware. And even when that ban was announced, you get some people see felt like okay maybe it was a prank or something.
Mhm,
And you know people on
yes.
TikTok they don't take things seriously. They are still going to
Yes.
do
They will still
whatever
say,
they do.
yes.
So I feel like at some point there should be measures to actually guide these
Very
to
true.
actually protect the culture and
Yes.
actually give more awareness to it.
Mhm.
But apart from awareness part, how do you think our culture can be preserved?
Okay, so first of all, I hear that Moa is coming to Benin,
Yeah.
and I think that's a very beautiful way to preserve our culture.
Yeah.
And for also also if a lot of us can play our own parts. So if Moa is coming to preserve our culture by having all our artifacts and a lot of things
Yeah.
in the museum with 9 stories, how many persons will go there to look at them? Because I know there's a Benin City Museum and then some other places where we have all of these things that are being preserved. How many of us go there? I know people go to Ogba Zoo maybe because they want to go and see lion. But nobody wants to go and hear the story of Queen Nadia or wants to go and hear the story of even the lion self, they hungry, but they just want go. Maybe they thought say they don't see lion. But then again, how much awareness, how much as our parents imbibed in us for us to want to know more? For us to want to know more, because if I'm growing, if I start giving birth and I start telling my children about Queen Idia and I start telling them about Emota, I tell them about Obaye Warrior and I tell them about many Obas, I tell them how deep the culture is. I take them to these places, they begin to understand. When I did this fashion film, because after coming from Lagos Fashion, we did a fashion film and there was spoken word and it was very, very deep.
Exactly.
And then I saw people, oh my God, this is so deep. They started mentioning their places. They started if you see they started giving me more lines to put. They're like, you didn't mention my place. You didn't do this. So it made me realize that there are a lot of people that actually like this. There are lots of people that want to tag along with the culture, but maybe there's nobody doing this. I see blogs like Edo Pride and some other blogs. They just post some people doing unnecessary things. I'm so sorry, but they just post some people doing unnecessary things. Somebody told me that, I sent this video to Edo Pride to post it. They say I should pay them. I'm doing this to promote our culture. I'm saying I should pay you, but you're posting somebody that's just coming to rant. It doesn't make sense. So if we by ourselves put our hands together to say, okay, we want to do these things. If Oba says the coral bead is precious, then it should go to New Benin and Ring Road and stop all those abokis from selling coral beads. Those are things that we need to put in place. You cannot tell me it's so precious and I walk on the road and Aboki tells me it's 300 naira. What's so precious about it then? It means that those are the things that we have to do. If coral bead is precious, let me know how difficult it is for me to get it. If I get it in a very difficult means, then I will value it. I can buy coral bead for 300 naira. So these are the things that we are supposed to do.
But I think it's because in Benin too, basically Edo State, there are different tribes. Me, I'm Esha. And another person is from Esako. Another person is Benin. Another person is from Auchi. Like, there are different people. And basically, if my parents want to tell me any story about my root, they will obviously tell me story that is actually related to like where
Isha
I'm from.
Esako,
Esa. They will not like start telling me about Benin and everything.
Yes.
And so when you now come to Benin, you now realize that okay, there are a lot of things that are not accepted here. But I'm not aware of these things. You get. So I think going back to the grassroots basically and start actually introducing history to schools and all of this is actually going to help.
I think they already did that.
They should do their best.
As much as people send you like be careful, are there people that are always like, oh, this guy's just doing too much, I beg that you should go and rest, like your own is too much. Like, have you ever had
Yes, I've heard that. When I was in Uniben, before I was started fashion, somebody told my friend, are you friends with that boy? That boy has to dress like onion. I'm like, I did not used to wear red. I did not used to wear red though. I'll just wear clothes. I will wear like 3 cloth on top. I did do fashion boy that time, not be now, only kaftan. They say he used to dress like onion. He said he used to do so much. But I don't care. Sometimes I do my collection and I come to the show and I see people doing normal ready to wear and I'm like, this is so beautiful. And they look at me like, wow, he's just doing too much. But I mean, I'm too much. If we don't talk about people that are minimalists, why should we have a problem with people that are maximalists? I mean, maximalist is my thing. Leave it for me. So you see, minimalists, they have their clothes in different retail stores and boutiques. People cannot come and tell me they want to put my clothes to sell in a boutique because you cannot. But it shouldn't be a problem. If it works for me, then
It's really nice to have you here. I
Same
really
here,
appreciate.
same here.
I
It's
really
nice to
appreciate being in your presence right now. Like Oshobor.
I
don't
appreciate
know.
being in
I
your
don't
presence.
I That's the end of his
Oh my
garment,
God,
right?
thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay, that's going to be the end of this episode, and really, we all had a great time. So don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, and share to your friends. You would like to know what fashion is all about, because in Edo State we have a lot. Please do try to share, comment, subscribe,
And don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms.
Yeah, we have
Hot
TikTok.
Potato Podcast. And don't
We have-
forget, we're also on Spotify, so you can listen. If you don't like visual, go and listen to audio.
Abby.
You have no
Exactly.
excuse.
Abby.
But until you come in next time, don't forget to be a hottie, because here we are hotties. Bye, guys.